Let's talk about managing time. I've got a few different takes on how to handle it. First approach, just ignore the whole thing. That's right, ignore it. Some people say, look, I've always been late, and I don't think time management is ever going to work for me, so they skip it entirely. That's totally valid. Here's the real point. Be a student, not a follower. Shape your life your way. I love it when people take notes at my talks, but I'm just as fine with someone tossing all the notes in the trash and saying, no, not for me. That's fair too. Don't be anyone's disciple. Carve your own path. Let your life reflect your own decisions. So yes, ignoring the topic is a legitimate approach. Here's another one. Make things simpler. If managing time is stressing you out, maybe you need a different path. The message is this. Be your own person. You're not meant to be anyone's copy. Don't feel like you've got to fit someone else's mold. Be yourself. Buy what you like, listen to what resonates, change if you want or don't. It's your life. No one else should convince you otherwise. Success isn't a template. It's not a Ferrari or a fancy car, not a mansion or a title, not money stacked in the bank. That's not it. Success is simply the unfolding of your life's own design and actually pulling it off. That's the real deal. Doing what makes sense for you, what fits your family, what you truly want. Take on responsibility if you choose to, or not. You've got the power to decide. Every other living thing follows instinct. It's coded into their DNA. No options, just instinct. A goose flies south in the winter. Why? Because it's a goose. It doesn't head west. It doesn't take advice. It just goes south. That's how instinct works, but not humans. Why not us? Because we've been given choice, free will. We're not locked in place. We're not like a tree that uses up the soil and dies where it stands. We can move, we can change, go north, east, west, wherever. That's our unique gift. Now here's something interesting. All other life forms go as far as they possibly can. A tree grows as tall as it can, roots as deep as possible, spreads every leaf it can, but not people. Why not? Because we have choice. We don't have to. We can decide how far we go. You can be part or all of what you're capable of. It's up to you. Do a little and take it easy, or go all in. Nobody gets to demand that you do it all. That idea that everyone should be rich just because we live in a rich country? Nonsense. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to go all out. Do a bit, do more later. Or ignore it. Take advice, learn, ask for guidance, but don't take commands about how to live, what to own, or who to be. Be successful, they say. But that's a personal call. Success is different for everyone. What I offer is possibility. You choose how much or how little to take in. That's why this message is important. You need to know it's okay to ignore what doesn't suit you. Lincoln once said, "As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master." That's powerful. A man says, I'm done. I'm heading to the mountains. I'll live in a cabin, off the land, feeding squirrels. If he follows through, he's a success. Why? Because he made a plan for his life and lived it. That's success. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. If something doesn't satisfy you, change direction. If someone has good advice, sure, listen. But never take orders. Build your life your way. Yes, when you choose certain responsibilities, you'll have to consider them. Sure, you can ignore those responsibilities, but it won't feel good. There's wisdom in the old saying, some things taste sweet now, but turn bitter later. Don't trade short-term ease for long-term regret. We all face two kinds of pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. We recommend discipline. Why? Because discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. Don't trade a small discipline for a heavy regret. It's not worth it. Another wise saying goes, what's the point of gaining the whole world if it costs you your soul? Doesn't seem worth it, does it? If you get ahead by greed rather than honest effort, it might feel good at first, but later, bitter. And that little insight could save someone a lot of heartache. Think twice. Be mindful of all the laws, natural laws, spiritual laws, fundamental truths. Respect them all. But even with those, you still get to design your life, a little or a lot. Go in whatever direction you choose. Time management might mean switching to a slower pace that's less demanding. A guy says, I've got to own one of these. So he starts a company. Now he's working 24/7, dealing with people, constant pressure. Then he remembers, I made more money as a salesperson, working less, and had time to play golf 3 times a week. So he quits and goes back. That's valid. Don't trap yourself in something you don't like or didn't choose. If you truly want the big rewards, yes, there's a price, but it's still your choice. There's no rule book. The point is to try designing your life. If something costs too much, time, family, peace, you can always reassess. A little girl told her mother, Daddy never plays with me. He comes home with his briefcase, works on papers, and tells me to go to bed. The mom replied, Your dad loves you, but he's busy and brings work home. The girl said, Why don't they put him in a slower group? Not a bad idea. If you don't have time for your kids, maybe it's time to switch gears. It's not about the money. It's not even about success. It's about making it all work without sacrificing everything else. Because losing everything just to gain something, that's far too high a price.